Welcome to Meow channel.
The Kitten of the Rainy Alley. Once upon a time, in the heart of the city, hidden from the busy streets, a narrow alley stretched out, soaked by the relentless rain. Underneath a broken cardboard box, a tiny kitten shivered, its gray fur drenched and its wide eyes filled with fear. It curled up tightly, its body trembling from the cold, trying to find some comfort in the damp shelter. Each drop of rain that hit the ground seemed to echo its loneliness, and every passing footstep was a reminder that it was completely invisible to the world. The city bustled just beyond the alley. People with umbrellas hurried by, too focused on their own worlds to notice the small life suffering behind them. The kitten lifted its head, watching each pair of feet with a faint glimmer of hope, only to see them disappear into the rain without a second glance. It lowered its head again, mewing weakly, but its voice was drowned out by the sounds of the storm. The feeling of abandonment weighed heavier than the rain. As the day faded, the cold intensified. The rain showed no signs of stopping, and the alley grew darker, swallowed by the deepening night. The kitten tried to move, but its tiny body was stiff from the cold, its energy nearly gone. It looked up at the sky, where thick clouds continued to pour their icy tears. For a moment, it seemed like the world itself was weeping, mirroring the kitten's silent suffering. Through the curtain of rain, a figure emerged. An old man in a worn-out coat walked slowly through the alley, his head bent against the wind. He almost passed the kitten without noticing, but a small, desperate movement caught his eye. He paused, looking down at the tiny creature. His face softened with sympathy, and without hesitation, he crouched down, extending a trembling hand toward the shivering kitten. The old man gently scooped the kitten into his arms, wrapping it in his coat. The kitten, weak and freezing, was barely aware of what was happening, but the warmth of the man's embrace seeped through its body, reviving the tiniest spark of hope. The rain still fell, but it no longer mattered. The man's presence, his care, was like a small miracle in the middle of the storm. Inside the old man's small apartment, the kitten was dried off and placed near a warm fire. For the first time in what felt like forever, it wasn't cold. The man watched over it, humming softly as he prepared a small bowl of milk. The kitten, still weak, sniffed the air and slowly began to drink. The warmth of the fire, the gentle hum of the old man's voice, and the soft light from the fire created a cocoon of comfort around the kitten. Its once fearful eyes closed, finally able to rest, no longer alone. The kitten curled up by the fire, its tiny body finally warm and safe. For the first time in days, its heart slowed, and its eyes grew heavy with the promise of a peaceful sleep. As the fire flickered and the rain pattered softly against the window, the kitten drifted into a deep, dreamless slumber. The storm outside might still rage, but inside, it was calm. A new chapter had begun. The end.
Thank you for watching.